Hey LinkedIn, hey YouTube, it's Liam Redding, and I am back today with another ChatGPT custom code video. This video is actually a request from one of my good friends, Matt. Matt asked if I could take the code and basically use properties to make an adjustment to the code where it'll write the line items that are update and associate the line items that are specified in a particular property that's stored on a deal. So in the example that Matt was providing, these properties are being updated by playbooks. It's probably going to be a lot more complicated instance than what we're about to show, which would be a much more boiled down version of that. But basically, the test is whether or not we can adjust the custom code to take an input, which is a product deal property where you would store information on which products that deal is associated with, and then it would need to create and associate those line items with the deal. So we have this test deal. It's called line item test. It's in our just a test pipeline. We have our GitHub custom code, which will be linked as part of this video. We have our product library, which we just created three out of the box products, product 1, 2, and 3. And then we have this workflow, which will be where we're running the custom code. And when a deal's products become known, which is a multi-select checkbox that we created that just says product 1, 2, or 3, basically when that becomes known, they would come down this workflow and it will trigger the custom code. I believe, I already ran it once as a test. And it did associate it, but as you can see, it says like null and stuff, which is like just weird from the front end. So you'd actually want to specify, should have saved it. You'll see in the schema or like in the code here that we're specifying when we create basically this line item, we're specifying most importantly the HubSpot product ID. That's the unique identifier that maps back to the specific product that you're referring to in your product catalog in HubSpot. And then off of that, you would also want to put the name. So whatever the name is for that product, the price for that product, the quantity, and then if there's any other properties as well, you would want to make a section or like basically add that to this code right there. So let's see. We have the code. We're basically going to copy it. Okay, we're going to go to ChatGPT. Hello, ChatGPT. I have custom code that is used to find and associate line items with a deal. I want to update the code so that it takes an input from a deal property called, and let's call it so this would just be, I guess, product IDs and let's create and associate the line item for each product that is selected, as this is a checkbox. Please use the following schema when adding the And it's just, hold on 1 second. I just want to confirm this part of it before I run the code. And we would go product. Right, so it's just called products. And then internal value is product 1, 2, and 3. Right. All right. And we'll go back to the code. We're just going to grab this part. So then we're going to do product 1, 2, and 3. So we'll go back to our products. Product 1. It's just product 1. Price is $100. Quantity is 1. And then the most important part is the HubSpot product ID. And then for this, I just made a GET request to the endpoint API.HubSpot or hubapi.com/CRM all the way to products. And then you would use a bearer token with the private app that you set up. If you don't know how to do that, watch the very first video or one of the first 2 videos and get your private app, then get the token from that. You put the token here, just make sure you have the correct scopes. And then as you can see, we've made the call and you have product 1, 2, and 3. And then in there, you can also grab the ID. So for this, we're product 1. Grab the price, the ID. Okay, now we would basically, I don't think we need the associations. We'll just go back to this here. So product 2. Price is $250. And then we just need the we do product 3, and product 3 is 500. And then this would be that. All right. So let's see. Fingers crossed. It understands us on the first time. All right, here's the modified code. Let's see. All right. So we will copy the code. Where's the workflow? All right, so here. We need to input the deal ID, but we also need to input products, which would be products. We'll save, and then we'll go back to our line. Also, we will go back to re-enrollment. We'll turn this on. Products is known. And then we want to save and don't enroll. Okay. So now we can change it. We're going to make it 1 and 3. So it should associate 1 and 3 only. We'll look at the details. So details and like running through your action logs whenever you're building custom code is really important. You can find these here under action logs. So we can see 413 we just went through, code successfully executed. So now we should have an association with line items 1 and 3. All right, so it associated with product 3, but everything that says null. So just make sure. Okay, so that's the correct code. And just going to try this with another test deal. Create a deal. All right, so we don't want to have line items. Yeah, that's how you would do it manually. But we do want to go to the properties, find products, and then mark that 1 and 3. All right, so we still have no associated line items, but that it should go through the workflow pretty quick. So again, we can go look at the details. And action logs. Successfully executed. All right. All right, still no line items. Yep, so we've already completed it. Custom code should have ran by now. Okay. right, so let's say the code ran successfully, but the line items weren't associated. As we know, trial and error is part of this process. Okay. All right, so now we will go ahead and run the code one more time. We're going to replace all the code. All right, we are going to search for so it should go back to the flow. All right, so it completed. We have no associated line items. Go into the details. So I always do this. I just like if it'll give me like code and it'll be like, here, put this into the code. I don't want to mess with that. Like I know that I'll probably make a mistake. So instead of even trying to take the time to figure out, like it's just one prompt. So I just use it um, and then it usually just provides me with the code, and that code can then be used. More savvy developer would probably just um, or somebody who is actually a developer would go, find that in the code, and it would probably be easier for them to do that. All right, so we will copy the code. See how easy that was? Didn't have to go find where to put it. All right, we're almost there. All right, we're going to go back to products. So that error log said something about product 3, but nothing about product 1. But neither are associated, so... Oh, it does say product 1. All right, let's try this one out. Semicolons instead of commas. Fingers crossed. All right. I'm feeling good. I think this hopefully will be the final test. Hopefully. All right. Once it saves, go back to the line item test. All right. Okay, so that looks more promising. Let's see if it associated anything. It did not, but they have new error logs. So we'll take this, boop, boop, boop. Duh. Okay. So just take out the $sign. See, it's these little like validation rules or different things that you run into that you're just not expecting, or you wouldn't know unless you had already done that. Yeah, that's right. All right, so this should, and I did it yesterday, but I just must have forgotten that I just didn't think about the $sign last time. Okay. Almost there. Remove products. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Product 1-3. Let's go. Action logs. Here's the re-enrollment. Custom code. Oh, I think it did it. I think we have it. And there they are. Line item 1 and line item 3 populated based on a property that was known on the deal. And just to prove it, let's actually see what happens if you mark product 2, does it increase the quantity of product 1 and 3? Does it make another association for 1 and 3? Or does it just do 2? It does. Okay, so that would be another thing you need to solve for is if it's already associated to product 1 or product 3, that it doesn't make that association. So I'm not going to do that in this video, but that would be like a next step to test on, and then think of any other edge cases where, it could run into an issue based on like maybe some other complexity that you have on your use case. But that would be how you can take this source code that you have from GitHub, and basically build it for your instance and craft it to your business logic and your business rules with ChatGPT. Like, the opportunity that you have to basically manipulate databases and leverage code is incredible. It's like it's never been before in human history. And this wasn't even possible 12 months ago. If you had asked me to do thought leadership videos on custom code in HubSpot on this day last year, there's no way I would have been able to give you this kind of a quality content. So I'm fascinated by it, and I'm just going to continue to be posting more and more content about it. So I hope that you guys find this interesting. Looking to continue to learn from all the other amazing thought leaders out in the community who really understand how this stuff works. And it's been great to just pick up things and learn from, just looking at other people's repositories, looking at other people's codes, seeing how it's structured. That goes a long way in being able to get to an end result that actually functions and works and executes how you expect it to. So I hope that everybody has a great weekend. And if you watched it this far in the video, please leave a like. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Thank you.